What's up, everyone? Another episode of Yin and Yancy. And the year is coming to a close very quickly.
This year came by fast. Went by fast.
It went by really fast,
fast.
And, Christmas coming up, then the New Year coming up. And before you know it, we're just rolling into, 2025, right?
Yes.
So, thinking about that, every year we kind of, I think, reflect a little bit, talk about what we did the previous year and all of these things that we can improve on going into next year.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people get too caught up in waiting until January 1st or making these New Year's resolutions. And really, it doesn't matter when you start to put things into action or to make new habits or all of this kind of stuff. And we were kind of talking about this a little earlier too, but what do you have? What kinds of perspectives or advice do you have that helps you personally with training, health, fitness, wellness, all of that, and give your take on why sometimes New Year's resolutions can be something that actually hurts us more than it helps us?
I think people look at those things as chapters or the next season because it's a year, but when you step back and I look at it, it's just our Earth went around the sun one time.
Yeah.
Right, and we celebrate that. Cool. I'm not saying because that's our birthdays too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I kind of always think of New Year's resolution kind of chasing happiness. If that's something you think that day you're gonna chase and you're looking towards the future to be happy instead of the now, then you know what I mean? You're gonna have a hard time finding it.
Yeah,
and I think that's where it starts. It always starts now. You know what I mean? The next day, Monday's here, or what's today? Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. I think waiting for something to happen really doesn't, is not my motivation. I need to do it when as I feel.
Yeah.
But I've always looked at it like that with New Year's resolutions. Why I gotta wait why do I have to wait for the world to go around the sun for me to do what I want to do?
Yeah.
Right? It has nothing to do with what's gonna better the world. Only to me. It's only for me. I'm not. I don't run by that clock, I guess.
Yeah. I think, actually, because I never really thought about, this is why it's good to have these conversations. And, we just...
Mind you, I just woke up, he's like, hey, yin and yang, go. I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
So this is great.
Even me too. I was like, okay, might as well do this, So it's good because it makes me think about it in different ways too, I'm not that big on New Year's resolutions because one thing, and we all know this, it's all over the place. It doesn't stick, right? People do it for a few weeks and that's it. You fall off. So when you think about it, not only are you waiting for a date that magically you're going to change all of your habits and actions and what you're doing, but also it's usually such a big drastic jump. That's why you're pushing it off, right? If you think about it too, chasing happiness or working on your fitness or working on your health or whatever, it's incremental, it's in steps, right? Every day you get a little better, right? Yeah. And then if you just do it little by little every day, then it doesn't become okay, I gotta wait to this date. I gotta mentally prepare. I'm gonna do this complete 180 flip, right? That doesn't work, right? So when you think about it, what you said, if you just what am I gonna do now? Or what am I gonna do tomorrow, right? And you just keep building off of that. You don't need to wait till the new year. Yeah. And even to that regard, New Year's resolution, if you talk about one time going around the sun, right? Why don't people make birthday resolutions? We don't, right? So it's this kind of weird, we created this
kind of go with the flow kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That everyone's okay, the new year, I'm going to start going to the gym, I'm going to start working out.
Well, that too, and it's just I think when you think of it like that, it's how do you know your time clock?
Exactly.
What if January 7th, you knew that was the end of your days? How much would January 1st matter?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Right, I don't know when it's gonna happen. So it's I think about the now and right now in the sense of the moments.
No, that's
so
very
you know
true.
what I'm saying? I don't take life for granted. I appreciate it. So every day I'm is the moments for me because you're just assuming I'm gonna make it to New Year's. I'm just assuming I'm just gonna make it to New Year's. I'm gonna start this now.
Yeah, and you never know, right? That's another thing, living in the moment, appreciating everything that you can do instead of looking forward to okay, I'm gonna change everything on January 1st, right? It just,
making plans, think big, and when you make progress, think small and move small.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to start somewhere. Like before I got into UFC and Bellator, I was in a garage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Moving small, going every day. Why not? Just in a little garage, bro. And then eventually it got to where it got to, and I got to a bigger gym, and you know what I mean? And like I just kept taking small steps. So I always think that way. Like if there's the resolutions, it's the today resolution. You know what I mean? Because the year goes by fast. If you're gonna go by this year went by fast, like then that means that the days just fly by. So I mean, your resolutions should be started now instead of by next year.
You can coin that today's resolution, because that's really what it is, right? And just being in the moment, and like you said, stack up these small things, small progress. Like don't have to wait. The more that you wait, you're actually setting yourself back, not only physically, but probably mentally too, because you know, you're building up to this big, like whatever it is, change, or you're gonna start to do this or whatever. But really, if you do it, take a step back, like you said, start small, do the little things.
But even if you're gonna wait for New Year's resolution, like prep it already. Like you know, start making the changes now, like in that sense, and just be consistent. That's the best thing I could say. Whatever you're trying to do and change and implement, just consistent every day. Do something of it.
And that's what we talked about. How many times? It's always
that's life resolution.
There's no secret plan or pill or anything. It's just being consistent and doing it literally every day, right? So I mean, for all of you listening,
I took the red and the blue pill. Just be consistent.
So for all of you listening, you know, maybe this can help you a little bit, give you some perspective. But I think overall, probably one of the more non-beneficial things is when you start a New Year's resolution and you only stick to it for a few weeks, because then the consistency isn't there, right? So whatever you're gonna do, try to do it for literally not even a whole year, right? That's the other thing about a New Year's resolution.
Well, on the bright side of things, if you want to look at an entertainment value, I always look at it like, oh, look at these people posting their goals. I want to see how long they're going to stick to it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never started eating plants as a New Year's resolution. That was just me being consistent. Like,
that is a perfect example, right? That wasn't a New Year's resolution. And that's the thing, right? You don't want to just stick to it for a few weeks, or you don't even want to just stick to it for a year. You want to stick to it, you know, as long as you can. So that's where like
the good thing I see out of the resolutions is usually good things that people want.
That's true. That is true.
That's what I take out of it, right? I'm not like a hater on these things. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna use my resolution today, though, not on the first. So I think that's the best part. Like, look at these things that come to us as with everybody in the community, and how are we able to? I mean, even if you disagree with it, how do you take value out of it? Because everyone else is going to be in there. You know, everybody else is going to be in them gyms this New Year's, you know. So, I mean, that's inevitable, you know. And at least everyone is always it's always of a healthy habit. So, starting now, though.
Then maybe if you're listening to this, whatever your New Year's resolution is, if you're making one, just stick to it for a very, very long time. Don't give up on it. Just be consistent. Do what you can every day, right? And that's really what it's about. It's to create better habits, like you said. Positive, healthy habits.
It is. I mean, I love the holidays. It brings everyone together. But, you know, when you look back, it's just the earth going around the sun one more time.
Exactly.
So I think us, you know, every day matters more with what we choose to do with our lives than waiting for that to happen.
Nothing changes from the 31st to the 1st. It's just the same thing. You're doing the same stuff over and over. It's just on the calendar. It's a new year, right? But anyway, other than that, I hope this helped a little bit. So whatever you're working towards, the message is just do it now. Do it now. Be consistent with it, and you're gonna get a lot of benefits and gain from it. Any other words?
Today's resolutions. That's it.
We're gonna coin that. Anyway, till next time. Aloha.
Aloha.